All right. Welcome to another episode of, I don't know, vidIQ live training. I don't know what this is called, but it's awesome to have you guys hanging out here for so long. I've seen a lot of the mods are here for a while now. I always like to get on a little bit earlier just say hi, see how you guys are doing, just have a quick chat. I saw Magdalena Helen was here, Tenembra Gaming is here. So nice to have everybody hanging out here. You guys rock. You're here obviously to learn how to rock your YouTube channel. And if that is why you're here, you're in the right spot. So a couple of things just so that as we get going, I see a lot of new people here. It looks like a lot of people I don't recognize. So really appreciate you guys hanging out here. Just a quick one. If you don't have vidIQ, perfectly fine. You can absolutely hang out here. If you want vidIQ and you want to try it, it's in the description below. I'm pointing, look down there in the description. Go and grab yourself the 30-day free vidIQ. You can unlock all of those. Hey, thank you for subscribing. Go her gaming zone. Boom, hit that subscribe button. So go and check it out. The link is in the description. Go and grab it. Now, Julia, thank you for hitting that subscribe button. By the way, I'm going to call out your name if I see you. The only thing is there's a bit of a delay because I see your name kind of on that little tiny screen and then it takes a while. And you know what I mean. Anyway, so guys, for those who are new here, just let me know in the chat here, say hashtag new so that I know that you guys are new. And then for the old people, well, you know what to do. You know how it goes. Today, it's all about helping you guys grow. Essentially, that's why we're here. And the way that this session works, I'm going to explain. Okay, there we go. Pato is new. Let's see what's here. Lava Flash is new. Agam Jane is new. I'm going to butcher your name. I apologize in advance for doing that. It is just going to happen. Bobby Wheeler is new. Kwazan YT is new as well. Nice. Can you see our chat messages? Yes, I can. Hollywood Life, nice to have you here. Mode Penguin is here. Tomato, Rain King Channel, that's a cool name, is new here. Okay, guys, so you can see there's a lot of new people. So the way that this works is as follows. A couple of things. Firstly, if you're going to be one of those, this is boring, this is spam, this is irritating, please leave. Goodbye. Goodbye. We won't miss you. I promise you that. You good luck with your YouTube journey. And you're looking for obviously these shortcuts and these hacks. You're certainly not going to find them here. So let's have a moment of silence for all these YouTubers who are here just to cause trouble. And they probably got 3 subscribers and they go, I wonder why I'm not growing. You are more than welcome to leave. Goodbye. Let's just leave. Wait for you to go. Okay, goodbye. Have you gone yet? You bored? Good. Cheers. Goodbye. Go find a kitty video online. You may leave. Go ahead. It's fine. We'll be okay. We'll survive. For the rest of you, if you're here for sub, submarine for submarine, friendships for friendships, be my friend, be my mate, all of that nonsense. Again, you are also welcome to leave out the front door very, very quickly. It's not a problem. None of us are going to miss you because guess what? This stream, it's for people who want to put in the work. The stream is for people who want to rock their channels. It's going to actually understand that it takes work. Hey, couponing with Selma. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. You guys are going to see some cool stuff we're doing with your super chat. It'll be amazing. Doesn't go to my coffee fund, unfortunately, but it's there. So, guys, if you're here for subs, or you're here for quick hacks, or you're here for any of that nonsense, or just to cause trouble in the chat, please do the rest of us a favor. Go annoy other people because our mods don't dig you. We're going to ban you. If you think it's annoying, you're more than welcome to go. Seriously, I promise you we'll be okay. So now that we've got that out the way, the rest of you, the way that this training works, it works out in 2 phases. Hey, Jono plays. Hard work pays off. Nothing worth doing is easy. Absolutely. But that is, John, that's exactly what this is all about. Hey, MC Red Panda just joined. So this is what today is all about. It's about doing the hard work. Absolutely correct. But let's work smart as well. So we're going to work hard, but we're going to work smart. It's as simple as that. So here is what today's all about. It is divided into 2 sections. 2 sections, right? The first section is going to be a pre-recorded training. I know the shock and the horror always confuses people where they go, oh my God, it's a live stream with a pre-recorded. Get over it. The reason we do the pre-recorded stuff is that when you're in learning mode, you don't want to be interrupted by me saying, Hey, Vinny the Pooh, I like that. I upload daily. It's a real grind. Good work for doing that, Vinny. You don't want to be interrupted whilst you're trying to learn and understand what does that section means. What are the 3Ds of YouTube? You don't want somebody to jump in and say, hey, Leela's here and she just dropped a cool link to the vidIQ app. Thank you, Leela, for doing that. You don't want that interruption because you're in learning mode. So that's why the first section is pre-recorded. Also remember, this will be available on the replay. So in case I go through something, you don't really get it, I speak too quickly, any of those things, you can always come back to this training later on. That is why that section is pre-recorded. The second section is where I come back on and then you and I have a chat. You guys ask a bunch of questions, I answer you, and we kind of go back and forth. It's going to be super fun. We really get good value out of those Q&A sessions because the one question that somebody might ask actually applies to lots of other people, lots of other channels. I try to answer that question, but I also explain what that means to everybody else in that chat. So let's have a quick look and see who's still hanging around here. I have no idea how many people are here. I specifically set it up that way because realistically, I don't care. Whether it's one person, 10 people, 100 people, it's fine. I'm here to help you. And this is what I do every single day at vidIQ. I help creators that have got 100 subscribers, and then an hour later, a creator that's got 1 million subscribers. And you know what I tell them? Everything I'm about to tell you. That is why the system works. So this is what it's all about. It's about understanding YouTube, understanding what you need to do, and marrying up the YouTube intentions with your viewers' intentions. And again, we're going to go into this, so don't stress now. What you need now is a cup of coffee. That's important. You need notepad and paper to make some frantic notes, and it will be available on the replay. So you can always kind of come back to this and say, whoa, what did he mean by when he was talking about competitors? What did he mean about how to go viral? Okay, you can always go back to those sections and really home in on that. Hopefully that makes sense. So again, for those who are just joining now, 2 sections. The first section is a pre-recorded training on absolutely everything you need to do to get your channel to move in the right direction. If you want more subscribers and more views, which I think let's be honest, we all want that. If you want more subscribers and more views, hit the do a quick thumbs up in the chat. Let's see who are my real YouTubers who came here to do some work. Hey, Crafty Circle from Botswana, my close to my ex-South African. So nice to have you. Nice to have some South Africans in the house here as well. Love it. What Christina says, I don't have a notebook, but I have a post-it. You're going to need the post-its. You're going to need all of them. So great. All right, look at all these thumbs up. These guys are, all right, good. Look, I'm clearly speaking to my community. I'm clearly speaking to the right YouTubers. You guys are here to get more subscribers, more views in the right way. So this is going to be awesome. We're going to have lots of fun. We're going to go through this. We cannot take ourselves too seriously. Otherwise, it feels like work, and nobody wants to do that. So we're all going to do the right stuff. And that is what I'm going to show you today, the right stuff. YouTube is made up of 3Ds. And as soon as you understand those 3Ds, man, everything starts to change. So if you don't, again, I just wanted to say this, if you're not enjoying the training, or you think it's boring, or it's very much like school style, or I don't know, you're not getting enough subs because you're not spamming enough in the comments, goodbye. You may leave. None of us are going to be upset. We're totally fine. This is a good community. This is a community that helps each other. Our mods spend lots of time helping you guys out here. The artists have it. Hey, thank you for joining. They take time out of their day just like you guys are. We love our mods. They're doing an amazing job. We love you guys for hanging out here. And because we all wanted to get to the same goal. Your success is our success, which is why we do these streams. We don't charge for these streams. We don't charge for these trainings. We want to make sure that you guys understand how to do things the right way. We see so many people doing so many good stuff, but are really letting themselves down by not understanding how everything all ties together. That is what, that is what we're going to do today. Okay, so remember, this is why we get on early, so we can have more coffee. How cool is this mug? Look at this. Wait, hold on. How cool is this? Okay, YouTuber mug, and eat, sleep, create, repeat. Who can resonate with this motto? If you can resonate, do a funny emoji in the chat. Who can resonate with that? Because, man, I absolutely can. Okay, quick sip of this. Too much talk, bye. Oh, good. Marek Kubi, bye. 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 I love these people who waste everybody's time. Oh, my best. Look at those emojis. Okay, that's what we're talking about, people. Okay, so before we get going, we've got 2 or 3 more minutes to go. The most important thing is that don't spam, don't ask for sub, don't be an absolute douche. I'm not sure if that's the legal word, but yeah, don't be that. Be cool. Come hang out with fellow creators who want to help each other and want to rock your YouTube channel. That's what it's here for. Check out the description. In there, get vidIQ for free for 30 days, which, by the way, also gives you access to the entire vidIQ Academy, where we go deep dive into lots of these topics. If you want to have these kind of chats, awesome. Come and hang out with us on our Discord server. Again, link is in the description. If you prefer Facebook, link is in the description. And I do something called Tube Talk, which is a podcast. We deep dive into lots of topics like monetization, YouTube algorithm, and how to make money with brands, and how to make money off YouTube, but just really, really cool stuff. Tomorrow's episode is epic. It's a mindset thing about how creators are just leading themselves down the wrong pathway when it comes to understanding YouTube. So definitely go and listen to that one. Just really cool stuff. Again, Tube Talk, link is in the description. Maybe one of the mods can drop the link. Oh, there we go. The artists have it. All right, there we go. Just dropped the link in there. So I think we've got a couple of minutes to go. Yeah, slow mode isn't turned on, MC Red Panda. It isn't turned on. I actually should do it. But you know what? The community here is pretty awesome, and you guys do a great job. So, yeah, I will I will turn it on for next time. So guys, with the last 1 or 2 minutes that we have left, remember, it's divided into 2 sections. The first section is pre-recorded. It's a step-by-step instruction, how to rock your YouTube channel, how to understand your audience, understand what YouTube wants from you so that you can just deliver. Once that section is done, I get back on. Takes about 35, 40 minutes to do that. Once that section is done, I get back on. We do a Q&A and then answer your question. As long as I've got coffee, as long as my internet is stable. With Dallas, you never know. The weather is very dodgy at times. It looks beautiful and blue out there, and then tornado can hit, and just weird stuff happens here. Allergies acting up today beautifully too. So hey, we're gonna have a good time. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be exciting. Mods, you guys are ready for this. You guys are always awesome and ready to rock and roll this. When you have someone like Daryl's general info, yeah, don't worry, it will be available on the replay, but you don't have to spam that a million times. We got that, but thank you for hanging out here. So I think I'm ready. I think we're ready. So with that in mind, making sure all my buttons are working, hopefully I don't press the wrong button like I did last time. I think we can do this. Okay, I am ready. So, all right, mindset stuff. Ready? We're going to get going. Remember, YouTube is about understanding the right things, understanding what YouTube wants from you so you can deliver. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through all the steps that I give all my creators that I work with. And I work with, I would say, thousands by now. Small channels and huge channels, multi-million subscriber channels. And the advice is the same. I'm going to give it all to you so that you can do it on your channel. If you don't have the vidIQ, cool. Hang out and listen to what we have to say. If you do have vidIQ and you want to upgrade to the free 30-day with all the bells and whistles, it's in the description. Go and grab it. Our way of saying thank you for hanging out with us here. But today, it's all about the real stuff. It's all about the practical steps that you need to get your channel from A to B, and B to C, and C to D. It's about growth. It's about the right growth. It's about subscribers. It's about views. It's about going viral. We're ready to do this. So I think I'm going to do what I normally do, which is the absolute pointless countdown, just to get us in the mood. Ready to this? Let's do this. So in, oh, hand on button in case I mess this up like last time. Hands on button. So in 5, 4, 3, 3.5, whatever. Let's just go.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.com.
Hello everybody, welcome and thank you for joining us for another vidIQ training session. My name is Liron. I am the Director of Customer Success here at vidIQ, which means that every day I work with creators big and small, helping them level up their channels, get more subscribers, more views in less time. And that's exactly what I'm going to do with you today. Now, today is not about theory. It's not about making good thumbnails, because we know all of that. And if you missed out on any of that information on the vidIQ channel, which you've just subscribed to, if you haven't already, we have so much value, so many videos about those particular topics. You can go and consume them at your own time. But today it's not about that. Today it's about the practical steps. You know, the thing at vidIQ is a lot of us have our own channels. We're all creators, and therefore we understand the frustrations that you go through as a creator. We've all been there. We all know the frustration of filming a video, spending time editing it, uploading it, and then nothing happens, or a handful of views. Ridiculously frustrating and almost like demoralizing. Do I really want to do this YouTube thing? So that is what today's training is all about, the practical steps. Now, if you don't have vidIQ, that's perfectly fine. You can still hang out with us, no problem. If you are here as a way of saying thank you, in the description below, there's a link to the vidIQ tools. Go and download them, and then for the next 30 days, it will just unlock all the beautiful goodness that's in your channel. And believe it or not, there is goodness, and I'm going to show you how to tap into that. And that's what these tools are about. They're about unlocking that frustration, unlocking the goodness that you have, unlocking the way forward. How do you build your channel? How do you grow? How do you get your audience? And this is what I'm going to show you today. So YouTube is made up of 3 Ds, and when you can unlock all 3 of those, that is when magic happens. That is when your channel really blows up. It happened to me. I can tell you from first-hand experience on my channel. So this is critical stuff, and that's why I want to share this with you. Very excited to do this. So the first D is all about discovery. If YouTube doesn't know about your latest creation, it could be absolutely mind-blowingly amazing. Well, it's not going to discover it. And therefore, people are not going to know about it. Therefore, people are not going to find it. And therefore, it's going to remain with very, very little views. And again, we're going to go deep into all of this. So the first D is about discovery. The second D is about delivery. Are you as a content creator delivering value to your audience? YouTube looks at that. So what I mean by that is, are you using clickbait to get people just to click and then they don't like it and they leave? Are people loving your content so they're watching so much more of us and they're commenting and giving you those thumbs up? That's important. And that's the second D. It's about delivering. And then finally, the third D is about distribution. When you get those first 2 right, YouTube looks at those signals and says, okay, got a video here. It's being loved by its own audience. Let me go and distribute this to a bigger audience. Let me go find a new audience for this video. Oh, and when that happens, that is when you get those fresh new eyes on those videos, and that is when your subscribers grow, and that is when your views grow. Okay, so where do all good YouTube videos begin? They begin in the kitchen. Of course, that's where all good YouTube videos begin, right? If I tell you right now, stop what you're doing, go to your kitchen, go to open up some random cupboards, take up some random ingredients, mix them all together, and then stick it in your oven, what are the odds that a beautiful pizza is going to come out of that? Probably not much, right? But if I tell you, hold on, don't grab random ingredients, I need you to grab the following. There's some tomato sauce, there is some flour, there is some eggs, there is cheese, there is olives, there is whatever. And I give you the steps, and I tell you these are the steps to get the dough going. And then you get the sauce, and then you get the cheese on top, and then stick it in the oven for this temperature, for this long. Then what are the odds of a beautiful pizza coming out? Beautiful and amazing. The way we all approach our videos is the first bit. We take our camera, we run out, we shoot hours and hours of video, we come home, we drop it onto our computers, we edit it, we copy and move scenes around, we add B-roll, it looks amazing, we slap a title, slap a thumbnail, upload it, and then hope that something comes out of that. Hope that a beautiful pizza comes out of that and people love it. That's not going to work, is it? But that's why I want to focus today on the exact steps that you need to take to follow the recipe. Follow the YouTube recipe. Like we did with our pizza, I want to give you the exact those steps that you need to do for your next video. Okay, so it's going to get good. There's lots of information. It's going to come at you fast and furious. Again, if you don't have vidIQ, it's in the description below. Grab it before we get going. This will be available on the replay. So in case you missed anything, or I speak too fast, or you need more information, no problem. Don't worry, after this session is done, you can come back to this. Okay, so now that we have pizza in mind, and a lot of us are going to get hungry round about now, well, that's good motivation to go through this training with me. So you ready for this? Let's start off with making a video pizza. We're going to make a video about pizza. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my search bar. This is where I start. I start by putting in my word or my phrase, and the first thing I want to understand is the landscape. Now remember, we're using pizza here. Of course, this will work for absolutely anything else. I just want to show you an example we all understand because, well, you get this basically around the world. So let's have a look at this. So pizza is my key phrase. I'm going to make a video about pizza. I'm not really sure what yet, but I know that that's what I want to focus on. So vidIQ reveals a whole bunch of information. Highest view video, 28 million. Okay, that looks good. Top creator is a channel called Tasty. Okay, interesting. But look at this, volume. The volume here is 82. It's in the green. What does that mean? It means there's lots of people who are actually searching for our particular key phrase, our pizza key phrase. Do you go out and make a video immediately? No, because you got to look at competition. And you can see the competition is very high. What does that mean? Lots of people are searching for pizza related content, but there's also lots of channels, lots of videos delivering. So therefore, it's going to be very, very difficult to make a video just about pizza. So do we just give up? No. Here is where this tip comes into play. Now, this is important. This actually will change your research. We're going to do this. We're going to go out here to our search bar, and what we're going to do is the alphabet walkthrough. So pizza space A, B, C, D. What is it showing you? It's showing me autocomplete. In other words, so many people have searched for the word pizza and dough recipe that YouTube makes it a little bit easier for the next person to start typing pizza space D. We assume they're going to go for this dough recipe. Oh, look, there it is. Dough without yeast. Pizza dough recipe without yeast. How does this help us? How does this help us as content creators? Well, this is a good indication of what people are searching for. If people are searching for pizza dough recipe without yeast, that gives us a beautiful direction for our video. We're going to make a video about pizza dough, and we're going to use the word dough, recipe, and yeast because those seem to be the popular words. And remember, we're only on the D. E, F, G. Look how many titles come up here that you can actually use for your video. This is where you start really understanding YouTube search. So remember, YouTube is a search engine. What do you do in search engines? You ask questions. So don't forget, don't just do the A, B, C, D walkthrough. Go to the beginning of the phrase and then type in the what. What pizza looks like around the world? What's pizza to your body? What pizza is the best? What? Where? When? Why? How? Okay. And all of a sudden, look at this. How Pizza Hut makes pizza. How pizza rolls are made. How pizza is made in Domino's. What does this show you? It's telling you what people are currently searching for. Go and make your videos based on these. That's how you get those initial eyeballs, those initial reactions, because you're answering somebody's question. Autocomplete is a beautiful way to understand the YouTube algorithm and what people are currently searching for. If you can marry up a video title to a query, that is where you win. Remember, we're still in research mode, okay? So let's have a look at this video. This video, it says, the best homemade pizza you'll ever eat. Views, 19 million views on this. So by most indication, 19 million views is a good views for your video. I mean, we all would love 19 million views on our videos. But does that mean that this channel is winning? In other words, is this a good video for this channel? Because remember, this channel has got 18 million subscribers. So is 19 million views like a regular video for them? Or is it a real video for them? Well, let's find out. So 19 million views. Here is what the problem with views is. Views doesn't take time into account. In other words, this video was launched in 2018. Did it get all of its views right at the beginning, or did it take years to get to these numbers? Did it take a day, a month, a week, a year, 3 years? How many years did it take to get to this 19 million? Why is that important? Because it tells me about relevancy. Is this video relevant today? So, for example, the iPhone 1 or the Samsung Note 1 phone that came out. Now, I'm a tech geek, so I'm going to use technology examples. But let's just say that video came out of the iPhone 1. When it came out, millions of views on those videos. But is it still relevant today? That's the question. How many people are still searching today? If all you saw was that this video has got 19 million views and you went ahead and made a video all around this topic, well, you're going to be missing the boat here because this might not be relevant today. So what do? We'll show you something called VPH, views per hour. And essentially what views per hour is, it's telling me right now how many people are watching this video. So as you can clearly see, there is still lots and lots and lots of interest in this particular video, in this particular title. And in fact, if you look at historical trends, you can see it was doing okay, and all of a sudden, boom, a big surge. It's obviously the times that we're in, people are interested in making homemade pizza, and therefore this video is getting all that beautiful momentum. So remember, evergreen content. This is another example of something that was live in 2018. And look, it just was okay, and now just picked up traction. So very important to remember the evergreen content. So when you launch a video, don't panic straight away if it doesn't get those beautiful views. You just never know when your time will come. This is 2 years later, and look at those numbers. Beautiful, just popping. So again, a total number of views doesn't indicate if it's a good video today. So we show you views per hour. Very, very important. The next thing we look at is, did they use any Reddit? So there's a couple of Reddit instructions, a little bit of Facebook going on here. But look at this. This is beautiful. This tells me that, remember I asked you earlier, 19 million views on a channel with 18 million subscribers. Is this okay or not? Is this a great video, a bad video? Well, we'll tell you that. The compare views in the first 28 days tools is exactly the tool that you need. Because if you have a look at this, you say, this video, I want to compare it to this channel's average. This channel's average is a little pink at the bottom. This video is the one in blue. After 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 7 days, so now we can see. After 7 days, this channel typically gets 122,000 to 194,000 views on a video. But this video got a 2.6 million views in the first 7 days. What does this tell me? It's telling me this is an outlier video. This is an exceptional video. And therefore, I am absolutely going to research this video, the title, the thumbnail, the description, the tags that they used, look what it's ranking for. I want to understand all of this so that I can make my video as close to this as possible. If YouTube is currently suggesting this video and it's an outlier video for this channel, well, I want to be able to get in on that. Now, this video tells you more. This tool tells you more. Not just this channel's average. You can actually look at your channel's average. So this video compared to your own channel's average. This video compared to the last video you watched. Any video, any playlist, any channel, and then the competitor's average. And I'll show you that shortly as well. So very, 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 very powerful tool. It tells you exactly what you need to know. This is a good video. Lots of views per hour. Trending topic. Still relevant today. I am absolutely going to investigate this if I was making a pizza video. Remember, we're still in research mode. We're still in the first D, that first D of being discovered. So we may have some title ideas. What about thumbnails? What should we be going after? Well, in research mode, we still want to be discovered. We go to the vidIQ tools on the left-hand side, and there's something called competitors. Click on that, and this essentially loads up all the people who are doing similar stuff to you in your industry. This, for us, this is the people that we work with, people that we attend events with, other YouTube teachers here, and we want to understand what's going on. Now, why is it important? Because YouTube knows that we don't watch one video about one item and then go make a buying decision. We watch multiple videos about the same item. Therefore, what we want to understand is what's going on in the industry. What are our competitors doing? Remember, this is sorted by views per hour. So I can see which topic is getting more attention. I want to see what their thumbnails are like. Are they still good, lots of text, still faces? What's their titles? Are they long titles? Are they short titles? All this gives me good indication. Am I still on the right track? Now remember, in your industry, it's going to be different people. You have to load up yourselves, the people that you look up to, people you want to work with. And when you see it, you start getting a good picture and a good idea. Now I'll tell you what else it does. YouTube is all about trends. YouTube knows that when a trend comes out, it becomes a hot topic, people are talking about it, people are researching it, and therefore it's going to serve more and more content. So imagine in this industry, if we saw that everybody's talking about a specific topic, a specific YouTube tool, maybe something new has come out, and our competitors have started talking about that, well, of course, we're going to understand that, and we want to get in on that action as well. In your industry, it's going to be exactly the same. Maybe everybody is starting to talk about the upcoming big vacation or the upcoming big holiday in your country. Maybe it's Mother's Day, whatever it may be. If people are starting to talk about it, it means the industry is starting to talk about that particular holiday. In other words, search results are coming in. In other words, you can start jumping on this. So it's a good way to keep an eye on your competitors, keep an eye on what they're doing, what are they saying, what do they look like, and is there anything that you need to change? Don't go and copy them, because obviously that's not a good strategy, but go and understand what's going on. Know your competitive landscape. Very, very important. So that is competitors. Go and load up a whole bunch, and the value here is insane, especially when it comes to trend. Because trend is where it's at, the next tool I'm going to show you is called the Trend Alerts. Now, Trend Alerts, this is very important. Trend Alerts changes your channel. Here is why. You give it an alert name, and then you say, here's my keyword. So basically what I'm saying to vidIQ is anytime somebody makes a video with this keyword in from any of these competitors or from the whole of YouTube, when that video gets more than, let's just say, 1,000 views per hour, remember, per hour, not in total. When that video gets more than 1,000 views per hour, each week, send me a report that looks like this. Now, why is this important and how does this change channels? Well, what will end up happening is you'll see that a certain style of video has gone from 1,000 views per hour to 5,000 views per hour to 10,000 views per hour. Okay, something is happening. Something's happening over there. I need to understand that because it's going to be your keyword. So it's going to be related to your industry. You know what those big keywords are. And as soon as you see them, you know that you want to jump in on that action and get in on the trend really, really, really early on. So many channels have changed completely because they realized that a certain keyword has become hot, is just starting to roll. They've seen channels go from 500 views per hour on a video to 1,000 views per hour on a video to 5,000 views per hour on a video. Well, it means there's a big hunger for that keyword. Could I make a video with that keyword? Could I make on that topic? And if you can jump in on those trends really, really, really early on. Remember, we're still in the D for discovery. We've done our research. We've done the what, where, when, how. We've done the alphabet walkthrough with our keywords. We have seen which are cool videos. We've marked them so we know to go back to them and research them. We've seen what our competitors are doing. Our trend alert sets. The next thing is most viewed. And essentially what most viewed is everything that's going on that's happening on YouTube right now. Now, before you tell me, yes, there is the trending page, very well aware of it, but this is different. Do you know why? Because this sorts out the hot videos on YouTube sorted by views per hour. This video is getting 300,000 views per hour. This video is 146,000 views per hour. So why is this important? Well, first of all, you're in the YouTube game. You need to know what's working on YouTube as a whole, even when it's out of your niche. And here you can see that certain topics are working really, really well. What's the thumbnail like? How clean is it? How much text is there? What is their titles? Is it long? Is it short? All these questions you need to be asking all the time so you can understand how clean these are. Look at this, just something I can pick up immediately. There's no text. Look at that, very little text, if any. Big bright colors, and these are kids content, and they're still doing well on YouTube. Again, even this, Chadwell Clay, great channel, no text. Marquez Brownlee to do with technology. The only text here is the $3.99 the price. You're learning all the time from what's going on. Now you can take it a step further. What you can say is, look, love this guy, but he's got a channel with, millions and millions of subscribers. It's nowhere near where I am. No problem. you go down here to channel subs and you can change it. You can say, show me only channels that are in the bronze, 10 to 100,000 subs, or 100,000 to a million subs, something closer to your world, so that you can learn what's working in that industry, in that subscriber range, and make videos accordingly. You can also do research here with search terms, the various categories, the various countries, and all of this helps you with being discovered. And that's the most important thing, doing that research before you touch that camera, before you rush out and spend hours of your life making a video that is not going to get those views. Spend the time rather doing this here. Okay, so we've seen the videos. We've looked at our competitors. We have done our research. We've looked at what's trending. We've looked at what's working on the whole of YouTube. We looked at it in our research mode. We're now armed. We go and create our video. Okay, now that we've got our video, what do we do next? Okay, so you've done your video, you've uploaded it, and now it's time to feed it all that beautiful, juicy information in your titles, your descriptions, your tags, and your thumbnail. So let's look at these tools. The most important thing for me when it comes to YouTube is the thumbnail and the title in combination. Not in isolation, but together. Why? Well, here's what happens. When somebody's doing a search on YouTube, they perhaps will scroll down and your thumbnail has one mission: to get them to stop and go, oh, what's that? And then they glance over and they look at your title. And together, they're either going to decide to click or not to click. A great thumbnail with a rubbish title is not enticing enough, and vice versa. An amazing title, but with a thumbnail that doesn't get somebody's attention, also not good enough. They're not going to stop and click, but it's got to work together. So this is one of the greatest tools. I love this completely. It's called Preview in Search Results. This is brand new, and this will be a game changer as well. So what do? We want to understand how will my video look like when other people are doing a search. So let's just say the question is how to get 1,000 subscribers. So let's write that in. How to get 1,000 subscribers. And I'm going to say preview and search. Now look what's going to happen. We're going to come up here. This is the video. And this shows me the videos, other videos in this industry. Now we're very lucky because our next video is actually a vidIQ video. So I am asking myself the question, will this thumbnail get people to stop and click compared to the other videos around it? That is beautiful. Also, I get to see everybody else's titles. I can make changes right here. And not only can I make changes to the title, I can click on preview changes, and it would actually change it right here as well. So now I can constantly am optimizing my video to be discovered. So remember I said it's your thumbnail and your title in combination, because that's going to get someone to stop what they're doing like this and go, oh, what's this? That is colorful. That's got text, got information. I want to click on that. Now remember, it shows it to me on the search screen, but we all know that home screen is pretty big on YouTube too. That's where a lot of people are finding their information. So now it shows me, look what my icon looks like, my graphics look like on the home screen. Look how it just stands out. All the colors. And that's why people click on this video. And again, I can see this on desktop, I can see this in tablet mode, and I can see it on mobile as well. I want to make sure I'm continuously optimizing my search results, because this is where you win. It's about understanding what your thumbnail and your title look like together compared to the people above you and the people below you. Because as soon as you can get someone's attention with an amazing thumbnail and a great title, this is where you win the click. I love this preview results. Go ahead and use them continuously. You can search for any phrases. We can optimize it here. How to get 100 subs. Let's just say that's get the results there. Okay, now you can see we're very similar to this. So if I was going after the first 100 subs, I will perhaps not use the same thumbnail because it's too similar to this. I would use, another vidIQ one. See how different that is? And that's what you want. How to stop somebody's attention to be able to go, wow, what is this? Click. Now, remember that YouTube knows what your video is about. It's got enough AI systems to understand the content. It's automatically captioning your videos. So it's got all this data. So title and descriptions and your tags simply augment what YouTube already knows. It makes sure that it allocated it correctly. So we always want to write for humans. Don't try keyword stuff this with lots of keywords just to try and get YouTube algorithm to jump around. That used to work back in the day. It does not work anymore because YouTube's smarter than that. So write for people. Write in a way that somebody will want to click. Your description. Put some effort into your description. So give a great opening line because that's the preview line that people will see. And then now timestamps. Make sure you spend time putting in timestamps. YouTube is experimenting with new features. There's things like chapters. We're going to see more and more of this come into play, especially as we go towards voice. So make sure that you put in timestamps into your videos, helping YouTube help you. So when someone on Google does a quick search of how to double down on quality or quantity, well, maybe this is a good enough phrase that YouTube will recommend this video. So you need to spend time and effort in here. So which keywords do you use? Well, this is where tags come in. So whilst tags aren't as important as they used to be, you absolutely still need to be using tags. So you start typing here Mother's Day, and here you can already see a whole bunch of Mother's Day related tags that pop in here. So let's select this one, but watch this. Okay, click into here. Now we've got a whole wealth of information. Now what we can see here is Mother's Day gift ideas, but look at this. We also show you the related keywords. We show you the most used keywords, the search volume, the competition, the overall score, and all of these are basically searchable and indexable so that you can go through and say, well, which tags do I want to use? Mother's Day gift looks like a good one. And simply click on the plus button and it will add that tag. All of this information simply helps your video to get better classification. And even though tags by themselves don't matter, when you feed the beast, it helps you with your video. So many people are just ignoring tags altogether, and that is a big, big mistake. It's all about building those relationships between your videos and other videos, other search results, and tags help you do that. Okay, so use your tags. Now, the big thing here is, when do you make your video public? When do you launch your video? So YouTube looks at various factors. And when it knows about your video, it knows the content, it knows what your title is, it knows what your thumbnail's like. What it doesn't know, if it's a good or a bad video, it has no idea. So it looks for signals. And one of those signals is, do people watch when you make it public? So the best way to do that is to launch your video during a time where people are actually online. So this tool tells you that. Best time to publish, broken down by day. And it knows that if I'm going to launch a video on a Wednesday, my audience happens to be online between these times. So I should probably launch my video just before that so to get all that upwards traffic as people are joining. This is an important signal. If you make your video available and people are watching it instantly, YouTube says, oh, there must be value here because people are watching and are watching for more than 50%. So I want to be able to translate that into maybe trying with another audience. And that's where distribution starts to happen, because YouTube is getting all these glorious signals to say that this is a good quality video. And that is how you unlock distribution. So launch your video when your public is online. And a good ninja tip here is try not to launch whenever you can schedule a video. What I mean by that is you can schedule a video to launch on the hour or every half an hour or even every 15 minutes. Or so 9, 9:15, 9:30, for example. But if you launch your video at 9:48, it's such a weird time that no other companies schedule their videos to launch at that because you can't. So now you have an opportunity to stand out amongst those notifications. Less notifications, more odds, the odds are much better that your subscriber actually gets the notifications. So just a little bonus tip there. As we scroll further down, a lot of vidIQ SEO scores that are right here. We've even got the checklist. Let me make sure that I've done everything. Have I got a card? Have I got an end screen? We don't enable monetization, so I'm obviously going to see the X. Have I shared it on Twitter, made it public, etc.? So we're just keeping you on track, a nice little running track to make sure that you're ticking all the right boxes and ticking all the right marks here. Okay, so we've done our research. We're going to get discovered. We've done the first D. The second D is that we have now launched our video. We've launched it at the right time. And now we hope it's up to YouTube to distribute that video as much as possible. We're obviously going to help it along with social media and our own efforts to get the video seen, but we're hoping the YouTube algorithm kicks in. Well, YouTube rewards people that deliver. So it's quality over quantity. How do we know if you're delivering? Well, this is where this tool comes in. It's called the Channel Audit tool. Now, this is the tool I was missing when I was building up my YouTube channel, because I needed something that I can push a button that will tell me what's working and what isn't working. I don't know about you, but I don't want to spend 10 hours of my day trying to decipher little numbers and exporting reports from YouTube Analytics to try to work out what's working and what isn't. I want to push a button, and this is what this does. The channel audit does exactly that. It says, okay, over the last 30 days, is my channel growing or shrinking? So I can see views, subscribers, watch time. If it's going up, great. If it's going down, why? Did maybe I have a viral video last month and don't have one this month? Okay, so I understand. So it gives me that information. The next thing I want to look at is content to double down on. And essentially what that means, this is content that you need to make more of. People love this content. It's broken down into views per hour. Which videos are giving me views per hour? How many views per hour does each one of these videos give me? What's the engagement rate? What's the views? Subscribers gained. How many subscribers per 1,000 views? So it gives me an idea of what's bringing in my subscribers to my channel. And now I know that if people are loving this content, make more of this content. Simple as that. And down here, total watch time, average watch time, top retention. These are the stuff that YouTube loves. And YouTube rewards you for it. So if you can mix these together, find the trend on your channel and see what works and make more of that, you'll very quickly discover these certain elements that your channel that people love and these certain channel stuff that they don't love. So for example, in how to make the best pizza recipes, maybe you're going to make 5 different pizza recipes, and every time you use the word pepperoni, it doesn't rank up here. Because you know what? People didn't love that. Where do you see it? In the content that could use work. This is the stuff that didn't really work too well. Well, why not? Lowest average watch time, lowest retention, lowest like ratio, lowest views, videos losing subs. What does that mean? Well, people didn't really engage with our content. Why not? Do we just not make it? No, we go and we understand why that these things not work. What's going on here? Could we do something better to improve it? So things are always going to be up here. So pepperoni lands up down here. Don't make pepperoni recipes. Only make the stuff that works up here. Now another section in the middle is called the top search terms. What are people searching to get your channel, to get the information? What are the click rates for your end screen? The card click rates. What does all this tells you? Well, these are the search terms. So if I make more videos with these search terms, guess what? More views, more subscribers. End screens. You can see how when I'm referring to certain elements in my end screens, they're working better than other end screens. The call to subscribe on our end screen isn't really working. We're not getting much out of this. But best for viewer seems to be doing a lot better. Channel seems to be doing a lot better. On your cards, polls, look at this. 71% of people are engaging in polls. We're going to make more polls. Playlist is doing okay. Not so bad, but not as good as polls. So we're going to use more polls in our videos. So you see how all this information really helps you understand the second D. Are you delivering? Because when you deliver, that is when distribution happens. And remember, this is for 30 days. We can even drop it down to 60 and 90 days. I always look at this on my personal channel between 30 days, and then I look at it at 90 days. I want to smooth out any highs, smooth out any lows, and just get an idea of what's actually working. So I look at my content to double down on, look for those trends, what are the search terms, and what didn't work so well. Down here, well, I see a little bit of information. I'm using a lot of characters, but look down here, items to improve upon. Here it says to me, okay, there's videos without cards. 20% 12 videos don't have an end screen, and 6 videos are not added to a playlist. I can go into each one of these and instantly fix it straight from here. So it always keeps a good housekeeping in check. Channel audit tool is it's almost your savior. It's the best thing that you need for your channel because it's the unemotional version that tells you what's working and what isn't working. So now we have done the first D. We have been discovered. We have done the second D. We are delivering. We're spending lots and lots of time in our channel audit tool to understand what's working and what isn't working. And we're constantly giving our audience the stuff that's working. They're loving it. They're giving us subscribers and they're giving us views. That is what it's all about. And when you do that well enough, once you spend a lot of time doing this, you're going to go into your achievements and you're going to start unlocking achievements. We've unlocked the 500,000 subscriber achievement. And don't worry, this is customized for your channel. So if you haven't hit a certain achievement, don't think you have to wait till 500,000. But now, why this is important? Because when you unlock an achievement, it generates a certificate. And this certificate is a great way to help build your audience. Here is why. When you have an achievement and you share it on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, wherever you share it, people are going to say, wow, I'm part of this journey. Your audience is part of that journey. They love being part of people's journeys. They retweet, they like, they give you a shout out for being successful. Well done. And that grows your community because other people see this and go, oh, I didn't know about this vidIQ channel. Let me go check it out. There must be lots of value. This is social proof that everything works and has come together beautifully for you. So spend some time in your achievement. Understand what you're breaking into. Share those certificates. Be excited about it. And then look at your top performing months. What are your targets? Use that as a bit of a motivational thing. Can I reach my goals? How many more days am I away from reaching my next milestones? We take care of all that for you so that you are proud to share your successes. And when you do, make sure you tag vidIQ on your social media, so we're happy to retweet, we're happy to celebrate in your success and your milestones. Okay, so you got to admit there was a lot of information coming at you fast and furious. So the people that have hung out here, these are clearly the people who want to do the work, who want to understand how YouTube works, want to understand how to grow their channel. There was a lot of information. Now you understand the reason I pre-record that section, because there is a lot. So now what you can do is after the stream is done, you can kind of take a break, decompress a bit, and then go back and watch various sections that you may have missed. Maybe you were too busy chatting. Maybe you're too busy chatting in the chats. Maybe you were helping somebody else. Maybe you got distracted and you were doing whatever. But at least you can go back and check those sections out. We've had time and time again people on the stream saying that what they started off as thinking, oh, this is yet another training, have come back time and time again to say, you know what? I actually did it. I implemented some of these tips and my channel has seen significant growth. Again, I said this at the beginning, I do this with people with millions of subscribers and we go through the exact same steps. How many people want to go viral? Lots of people do. I showed you how to go viral right there. It was in this training. You just go and do it. I showed you how to get ranked. I showed you how to understand your competitors. I showed you how to understand thumbnails and how to understand titles. Those are the elements that you need. If you miss that because you're too busy asking for subscribers in the chat, because regardless of how many times we tell you it will destroy your channel, people still seems to want to do it. People are still doing it, in which case you're not going to grow. But if you're serious about growing your channel and you want to get paid to be a YouTuber and you want to make money and you want to go full time and you want to own a community, well, I've just showed you absolutely everything you need. So for those who have missed it, go back and watch it. If you've hung out this long, you're obviously the right people who really want to understand it. So now, we're going to get into some Q&A. The way Q&A works is you ask a question by saying, by starting your question with @vidIQ, so I can kind of catch your question, and then I'll answer the questions that I see. I'm going to miss your question because as I'm talking, answering one question, I'll see that there's lots of other questions going past. Feel free to ask it again, but don't copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. Don't be a spammer. We don't like spammers who do copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. That is just irritating. Emmanuel Angel is just a perfect example of what not to do. Copy paste, right? So the way you work is you go at vidIQ and you ask your question, and then I will answer you as best as I can, and then we'll go into the next one. We'll carry on until my voice goes, my coffee is finished, or my internet does. One of them is going to happen. All right. So, it's like BTW. Brawl Star has joined the party as well. MC Red Panda is still hanging out. That's cool. Productive Dude, it says, question, should I make separate channel for each niche or type of video? If they are completely separate, one is cooking and then one has got to do with phone reviews. I don't know. If they're completely separate, well then yes, it's probably better to have them on separate channels. I will tell you that managing multiple channels is infinitely harder than managing one channel. So my advice is always to people to say, look, unless you have a very specific reasons, like it's in another language, or it's just what a brand is sponsoring a second channel, whatever it may be, unless you really have a good reason to split your channels, I try not to. I try build up my audience on the one channel and slowly over time introduce those new concepts or those new topics, and then see if your audience reacts to that, and then try and move them across to that. So for example, if you were doing a cooking channel, you'll have built up a cooking audience, and now you feel like reviewing gadgets. I don't know why, but you feel like reviewing gadgets. Well, you can start by doing, hey, cool gadgets for your kitchen, and then 3 gadgets I cannot live without when I'm making my barbecue. Okay, so slowly you're starting to introduce your audience to something new that you're doing, and that will actually work really, really well. Okay, so let's do another question. See how it works? You ask a question, I refresh, and then I go to the next one. Oh yes, MC Red Panda makes an absolutely incredible point. Have you mentioned that you will butcher their name? I did, thank you for reminding me, but I did mention it a couple of times and it's going to come back to bite me. So I'm sorry, I will butcher your name. Okay. All right. Christine Lee says, does Facebook sharing help? Absolutely. If you share it to the right audience. The biggest thing here, and I'm going to come back to this multiple times. Ask yourself this question. Oh, I don't know why my screen is a bit weird. Okay. Ask yourself this question. Do you know who your ideal viewer actually is? Who are you making videos for? Well, here's what I mean by that. A lot of us make videos for an audience, okay? But we don't think of who the audience actually is. This is an exercise every single person needs to do right now. Go and think about who your audience actually is. Who is your viewer? And I will tie it into the Facebook thing, don't worry. This is how we get our understanding how our channel grows. If I'm making videos on my technology channel for everybody, that means I've got to make videos for those who have no idea about technology and those who are super geeky, nerdily, and really understand it, and everyone in between. That's too difficult. I'm never going to rank for that. But now, I know that on my channel, I make technology videos for someone who's aged between 35 and 45, someone who wants to understand how technology works, someone who wants to get faster internet but doesn't want it in 45 minutes deep dive. They just want quick, easy tips. So now I know that's my audience. I focus every single video, I make it for my guy. I call him Alex. Alex is my guy. I make my videos for Alex. I know that Alex is going to be watching to get the latest tips on whatever I'm talking about. 5-minute videos is what I do. Because I know Alex doesn't have time. Alex has a family. Alex has got things to do. He doesn't want to sit through a geeky deep dive of all the tech. Okay, and the reason I'm going into this, because unless you know who your audience is, how do you make the right videos for the right audience? You don't. You're just throwing things out there, hoping it will stick. So to go back to the question, I told you I'll tie it back in. Does Facebook sharing help? Yes. If my Alex is hanging out in a Facebook group where they talk about, I don't know, frustration with their technology, and I can go and help Alex by sharing a video, that's going to help. But if I don't know who my Alex is and just going to Facebook and going copy paste and dropping links everywhere, it's not going to help. So understand the viewer, find out where they're hanging out. If my Alex is and hangs out on Instagram, because I have a younger audience, a younger Alex, I'll then use Instagram more. If they mail on LinkedIn, I'll use LinkedIn more. And that's why it's important to really understand who is your avatar. Who is the person watching your video? Critical, critical, critical. Okay, a bit long, but you get what I'm saying. Okay, Lil So Recipes says podcast versus YouTube. Not sure what that means. Should you do a podcast over YouTube? Is that what you're asking? I'm not sure. Look, we do videos on YouTube. We also have a podcast called Tube Talk. Shameless plug for my podcast. And that's available on, obviously on Spotify and Apple and Google and all those players. Sometimes we'll have a mix. Well, we have a video podcast and we put that on our channel as well. So we do kind of experimenting with a whole bunch of things on various platforms. Okay, let me now refresh. Now, I would have lost a couple of questions as I'm talking to you. It's okay. You can kind of repost them, but without the copy-paste nonsense. Let's do another one. Zolek says, if you stick to one thing on your channel, will you grow faster? Yes. We have seen time and time and time again that when you are niche, you are the best in the world at doing whatever your niche is. You're going to grow faster than if you do lots of things. Here is what I mean by that. I am a terrible mechanic. I know nothing about my car. Nothing. Zero. When I get stuck, I open up the hood of the car and I see that the engine's still there and I phone someone. I'm a terrible accountant. I'm not a doctor. So what do? I go find the best mechanic, the best accountant, and the best doctor. Now, wouldn't it be weird if my doctor was also my mechanic and also my accountant? That means they're not specialists. I don't want to go to someone like that. And the reason I say you got to be a specialist or you got to be niche is because when I have a question, I'm going to think of one person. When I have an accounting question, I think of that one person. So moving it back to YouTube, if I want to see amazing gameplay, I go to Preston Plays. Here's my guy, right? When I want to see some 5-minute craft stuff, I go to Robbie's channel. Robbie is my guy for that, okay? You see how I'm going to certain things. If I want to see premiere videos, I go to Leela's channel. She's my girl, right? See how that works? They are the experts in their field. And therefore, when I go to their channel, I know what I'm going to get. Now, could you do lots of things on your channel? Absolutely. You're just going to grow slower because people are not going to think of you and being top of mind. I hope that made sense. Okay. CM Gaming says, what if you're mobile and you can't access all these good tools? We do have an app that does give you a lot of information, but yeah, in order to get the real benefit, you really need to be in front of a browser to really kind of unleash all of these things. We do have a lot of information on our blog and our Facebook group, Discord, and our YouTube channel. So definitely go and watch those and then just apply them to your channel. It's the kind of the best we've got at the moment, I'm afraid. Okay, let's go to the next one. ICT Gaming. How do I grow 184 gaming channel, but I'm from Jamaica? Where you're from is completely irrelevant. It doesn't make a difference. It's where your audience is. Who is your audience? And when you grow a gaming channel, what game? Do you do every single game on there? Do you do specific games? Are you a Fortnite, Minecraft, Roblox? Are you something specific, or do you do all things all the time to all people? Gaming is like anything else. Why would somebody watch you? Why would somebody watch my technology channel? Why would somebody watch vidIQ's channel? Because they come to vidIQ for one mission, to help grow their channel. You'll come to my channel for one reason, because you want to learn how to make your Wi-Fi faster so you can play PS4 without the lag. Okay, you have a mission. So I know who my audience is, so I make content for them. So the question to you is, ICT Gaming, why would someone come to your channel? What do you offer that's better or different to anybody else? And be yourself. Don't be a copy of somebody else, because nobody wants to see a copy. They want to see an original. You have a personality. You want to bring that out. You want to be entertaining, so people come for you. So that's how you grow a gaming channel. Right. Dr. Sheriff says, if I didn't upload a video for 3 months, is my viewers not going to enjoy my video? I don't know. Upload and see. The only way to tell these things is to do it. Now, if you took a break from YouTube, that's fine. A lot of your audience are not going to automatically unsubscribe. When they're going to see a new notification, their first reaction is going to be, oh, hold on. I haven't seen content from him or her for quite a while. What is this all about? So then you go back into it again. Don't think of YouTube as yes or no. Like you did this, therefore this happens. You did that, therefore that happens. It doesn't work like that. It's about the viewer. The viewer is out there going onto YouTube wanting cool content. YouTube has a home screen now. Every single person's home screen is going to be different. Based on what I like is going to be different to what you like. So if I go into my home screen and all of a sudden I see a video from you, because maybe YouTube says, hey, you haven't watched for a while, maybe you'll like this video, then I might click on it. So there's no reason not to go back onto YouTube if you've taken a break. That's not going to harm you. Okay, let's do another question. So I am refreshing. Fusion45YT, here's your shout out. Nurturing healthy mind. Question. Do you have a template of how to create good YouTube channel from start to finish? Yeah, it's this training. Go to the beginning of this training. I'm going to turn my camera because you know why? Because that's how we do. I don't know. That was a bit high. All right. Yeah, basically everything we've done here in this, literally in this training is just that. It's exactly that. It's how to grow your channel from A to Z or A to Z, depending which country in the world you're from. Go and do it. You still got to do the work. You can't just expect to install something and it will just do it for you. So yes, to answer your question, go through this. If you've got the vidIQ, down in the description, there's a link to vidIQ. Grab that. And then because you're on the Boost package, you can get it for free. You can then go into the Academy. And in the Academy, we have all sorts of stuff in there. So absolutely do that. Yes, good idea. Okay. Oh, Karen is here. Ooh, Berkman. How does Dan... Question. Does Dan butcher more names than Liron? Oh, it's a close race. It really, really is a close race. I don't know who's worse. All right, let me refresh. Okay, Bill says, what about asking large channels in the same niche to feature my channel, also feature them? Should I do this as a teeny channel or wait until I'm bigger so I don't turn them off? It's, okay, great question. Love this question. Bill, it's nothing to do with the channel size. It's got to do with value. Okay, once again, nothing to do with your channel size, all to do with value. If you can go to another channel and you can say, wow, I have got this amazing concept. We're going to do something together. I'm going to do this and this and this, which you'll love, which your audience seems to love on your channel. I've done my research. Then I'll do this on my channel. Then basically, can we work together and execute this amazing idea? If it's a good idea, the people on larger channel want to give value. If it's a great idea, they'll want to do it. It's not about the size of the channel. It's about the value. What we're not going to do is not go to a large channel and say, hey, I need a shout out because that's going to grow my channel. Well, there's no value. You know who there's no value for who? For your audience, but there's also no value for that big channel. Unless you've got a seriously hot idea or something really epic, then approaching any channel of any size is almost pointless. Do your research, spend some time on what value you can give their audience, and then say, hey, I have an idea. I'm going to pitch this to you. This is what I do. This is what I can bring to the party. And maybe if you've got a smaller channel and their channel is that much bigger, offer to do most of the work. I'll do your thumbnail. I'll do the titling. I'll do some social media. Like just out, so they have to do less. Now it is value. If there's good value, there's no reason. I personally know of a channel, a family vlogging channel. They've got, 3 million subscribers on their one channel and multiple millions of other channels. They collaborate with so many smaller channels all the time because the idea is epic. If the idea is great, they jump at it because it's value for their audience. That's it. It's not about size of the channel. It's about the quality of the videos. Okay, hopefully that made a lot of sense to you. Okay, let me refresh again. Right, Pato says, my average minute watch goes down fast in the beginning of the video. Why is that? Brilliant question. And I'm glad you're looking at that. The reason for it is because your hook isn't strong enough. That's it. It's just as simple as that. When people start a video, they give your video 10, 15, 20 seconds before they make a decision whether they're going to watch or not. If you didn't grab them right at the beginning and you didn't say keep them, then they're going to leave. Very much like clickbaiting. You say the time I nearly died in your title, and it's got a picture of you in hospital on your thumbnail. And when somebody clicks on it and it's all about you playing football, they're going to go, what? And then you're out of there. Okay, so hook, 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 and hook. Think again, I go back, who is your viewer? What are they doing? What's your viewer's intention? So somebody coming to my channel, and I can speak for my channel, They want to know what are the 5 tips about the latest Wi-Fi router. I don't know. Okay. If I start my channel and my video and start talking about weird stuff, I go, for breakfast today, I decided I'm going to skip it and just go for a little walk. And then maybe I should clean the car. Well, the car's not that dirty. What? That's not why you're there. They're there for 5 tips on the latest technology. So I start my video. Today I'm going to show you 5 reasons to buy this router and 1 reason not to touch it. Let's do this. Now, if you're there for that information, you're going to stick around. So great question. Make sure every single person in this chat watches their retention, goes watch the beginning. Where are people dropping off? Are they dropping off right at the beginning? Do you have like that cliff dive of retention right at the beginning? Work on your hook. If you get that right, you'll retain more of your videos throughout more of your videos. Okay. Let's do another question. Dr. Shrif says, if I disable the comments and people are asking to enable comments, will I re-enable comments? I have no idea if you want to re-enable your comments or not. If you re-enable your comments, you'll enable them. If you disable them, then they're disabled. Okay. Right. Kello Region says, vidIQ are giveaways scams because they say that you have to subscribe. Yeah, okay, good question. So basically what you're saying is you've seen lots of places online when they say, hey, you could win this thing if you subscribe to my channel. And usually it's a couple of channels, or you get more entries. It's not a scam, but essentially it's artificially inflating the numbers. And when YouTube gets a hold of that, they say that's bad. And then they could actually take your channel down at in the extreme cases. YouTube doesn't like you to artificially inflate it. So a couple of things. Firstly, you're going to get 1 million bots entering for the sake of winning. We see this all the time. Fake Twitter accounts, Instagram accounts, YouTube channels, because they just want to enter 1 million competitions around the world because eventually they think they're going to win. So already a bad sign. What does it show when you have lots of subscribers on your channel and nobody's watching? Well, it tells YouTube that you don't have good content. So you're already destroying your channel. So don't do that. People who are to do this seriously, it used to be a big thing a couple of years ago. It's pretty much died down. I would personally not recommend it unless you have a real strategy behind it and the prizes are huge and there's a brand and there's legitimacy. I wouldn't recommend doing it on your channel. But again, I don't know your channel. This is just my personal opinion on this. Okay. GBR_replays. How do I increase CPM? Well, you can't increase, obviously, CPM. That's what advertisers are willing to pay for your content. If you target certain countries, like they're going to pay more than if you target other countries. So India, Philippines, certain of the Asian countries, the CPM is much lower than the United States, Canada, etc. So it's about kind of where your videos are being displayed. But again, it's about the topic, it's about the time of day, it's about the advertiser. There's a lot of these components that come into play. Realistically, would I focus so much attention on worrying about my CPM? Not really, because there's nothing you can actually do about it unless your entire mission is to get high CPMs. Well, then you create entire strategies around that. Most of us, and I'm talking about 90% of us, it is just nothing we can do. I'm not going to change my entire strategy because I'm going to get $1 more if I ignore most of my audience. It just doesn't make any sense. Okay. Whew. All right, let me refresh. So let's just do someone who I haven't spoken. Spludge Ball E, do you think that YouTube has got harder and there seems to be more content uploaded? YouTube hasn't got harder. In fact, ironically, YouTube actually got easier because the systems are better. YouTube Studio is better. The analytics are better. The information you have at your fingertips is better. It used to be this thing of just put up content, do a couple of things in your tag, and that's it. Well, that was true years ago, but now it's very, very different. YouTube hasn't got harder because there's more content. Where YouTube has got harder is that if you don't, what's the word I'm looking for? If you don't be original, if you don't bring your own content, if you don't become you, then YouTube is harder because you're going to get lost in the crowd. Okay, let me do this one more time. Let's just say you love Casey Neistat and you make videos like Casey and you got amazing drone photography and B-roll and great. But then you're a copy of Casey. So people don't want to see a copy, they want to see Casey. So What I mean by that is go and create a persona that's you. Bring yourself into it, and that's what people want to hang out with. Think of YouTube as a party in a room. You're naturally drawn to certain people. You want to hang out with them. They're funny, they tell good stories, they are interesting, they care about you. So those are good people. You want to hang out with them. That is what YouTube is about. People will find people that they like, and then they're going to go and hang out with them. Some people say, hey, you talk with your hands a lot, and then they do this on my videos all the time. You talk with your hands a lot. Okay. Am I going to change my entire personality because of some rando's comments? No. So go away. I am me, and that's it. You know, my saying goes, be yourself, everyone else is already taken. That's what's happened with YouTube. When you're yourself and you create good content that people want to see, and you're engaging with your community, that's it. That is what people are attracted to. How many channels we have seen have blown up? And by blowing up, I don't mean in the millions. I normally ignore those weird channels, unicorn channels. Regular people who started off with 1,000 subscribers and now they got 5,000. Have started off with 100 subscribers and now they're on 1,000 subscribers. Wow, if YouTube was saturated and so much harder, those people would never even see the light of day. But no, it doesn't work that way. YouTube loves good quality content that an audience wants to see. Make good quality content, be the source of inspiration, be the source that they come to, be specific. That's how you grow on YouTube. Okay, sorry, one sip of coffee. Probably a good time if you haven't already. If you like the stream, give it a thumbs up whilst I do my YouTuber mugger coffee mug thingy that we just got. Pretty cool, right? Okay, needed that. All right, let me refresh some more and see who else I've got here. Okay, JYDP Gaming. Question: how do I not confuse competition score versus competitors? Okay, and how do I improve VPH when posting popular gaming content? Okay, you're mixing up a couple of things here. Competitors are essentially other people doing similar content to what you are. When we look at competitors, you don't understand how much data YouTube has on their videos. You don't understand what their channel is doing. You don't understand what's going on with their channels. Not I'm saying that you don't understand. We can't see it. It's all behind the scenes. It's all YouTube stuff. It's all the data in the big AI systems that YouTube has and collects and uses to get better views for its viewers. You don't have access to that. So stressing about what your competitors are doing and how come they're getting more views or more views per hour is a pointless exercise. What you should be doing is understanding what are the topics, what are their thumbnails, what are their titles like, are they hitting some sort of a niche that you didn't think of? Those are good signals to get so that you can go and create content. For you. So competitor scores versus your SEO scores, it's all, if you ignore all of that, at the end of the day, all YouTube wants is to get a viewer seeing the content that they love. That's all YouTube wants. It wants to marry a viewer with good content. Well, if you make good content, you know who your avatar is, you know who your viewer is, you're a gaming channel, and maybe everybody is just doing a let's play. Or maybe you're going to do something different. Maybe you're going to do how not to die in Fortnite in the first 5 seconds, a newbie tutorial. And you actually teach that. Now you're different. Now there's a reason to come to your channel. Now there's a reason to go to say, oh, well, you've done that tutorial. Maybe you're going to do another one. Now I want to subscribe because now you've given me value. So that is the important thing. How are you different to everybody else? What value do you bring? Why do you warrant my time watching your videos? Competitors are great to keep an eye on the industry, but how are you going to ultimately take that information and make it about you and your channel? Okay, hopefully that answered your question. MMM says, why does YouTube randomly disable comments and how can I enable it every time instead of going? I've never seen YouTube randomly disable comments. YouTube normally disable comments on kids' channels and things of that nature. If there's a YouTube bug, just report it to YouTube. Maybe they can help you. We obviously can't control YouTube. Jake says, Jake Hooley says, should I focus on average watch time or percentage of average watch time? Okay. What I normally look for is retention. So essentially what I'm looking for is, can I get my audience to 50%? Here is why. You could make a 1 hour video, and if people are going to watch 1 minute of that video, it may be a long video, but that 1 minute is just such a small percentage of that 60 minutes that YouTube is going to get the signal that there's not good quality content here. However, if you make a 5 minute video and people watch, 2.5 minutes, 50%, now that tells YouTube, wow, I've got some really good quality content here. So I always say the advice is make a 5 minute video. Can you get people to 50%? If you can, great. Make a 7 minute video. Can you get people to 50% still and get it repeatedly to 50%? The answer is yes, great. Make a 10 minute video. Are you still getting them to 50%? If the answer is yes, then make longer. If the answer is no, go back one, right? That's how you find the ideal time that your audience are willing to watch your video. I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. It's about the viewer. If you can get the viewer to understand what quality videos they're going to get from your channel, what to expect, that's how you win at YouTube. Give your viewer what they want. If you can teach someone how to tie a tie, how to change a tire, how to, change your washing machine, and you can do that in 5 minutes, well, then don't make a 25-minute video out of that because you're trying to push more ads or push more content out there. Just tell people what they need to see. Then they earn your trust. If they earn trust and you earn their trust, then they're going to watch more. Then they're going to subscribe. Okay, Jake, hopefully that makes sense to you. Okay, J Days says, what are the best cameras to record video clip for clear HD quality? Technically, your phone will do an amazing job. As far as the actual cameras are concerned, I shoot on a Canon M50 on my videos. People say, no, you got to shoot in 4K. Good luck to them. I don't think so. YouTube doesn't give preference over a format or another. It gives preference over quality. So we've all seen all those rubbish videos in vertical shot on a phone with millions of views. Because why? Because the quality was there. Because people wanted to be funny. They want to be the entertainment. They didn't care that it was shaky video. They just wanted to consume that information. That is what YouTube cares about the most. Then quality in terms of camera and 4K or HD and all of that stuff. Yes, that plays a factor, but it's not the breaking factor. So I don't have a straight answer for you. I love the M50 myself. Not sponsored. I'm just saying this is the camera that I use. I know so many people who shoot great videos or with a GoPro, or that shoot great videos on their phone. So I think you can just find the best one that works for you. Okay. Ooh, how long have we been going for? All right, hour and a half. Not bad. All right, let's do another question. So far, my internet's holding out. So, all right. So, okay, here's where I mess up. Oreco Music. Sorry about that. Should I stick to an upload schedule in order to gain views and subscribers? Okay, good question. You don't have to stick to an upload schedule, but it's good to set some sort of expectations. I know on my channel, I say I upload weekly. I don't say which day of the week because sometimes it's just not possible. But I'd like to tell my audience that, look, once a week, you're going to get a video. You might get a bonus video if I have more content to talk about, but it's going to be once a week. Therefore, people start to know that to expect videos from you once a week. Realistically, when you upload, if they are subscribed, they're going to get that notification and then they're going to go watch. But I like to kind of put some idea. Technically, if you can afford to do that, and afford, I mean, if you are able to do that, upload every specific day. So that you know every Tuesday is your day. I tried that for a while. I did something called Tech Tip Tuesday, and every Tuesday I uploaded a video. The pressure was quite high on me to make sure that I had everything going ready for Tuesdays. So I felt this insane pressure. So that was already a negative, and I didn't see such a massive difference in views and subscribers just because it was on a Tuesday. So I went back to my weekly videos, less pressure, and I was fine to do that. So hopefully that answers that question. Okay, so NBA one day. How do I edit my videos faster? Can't tell you that because every video is different. Every industry is different. But what I will say is that the more editing that you do, the more you know how the edit is going to look like at the end or what the final video is going to be. So make it easier on yourself. So for example, I know when I talk to camera, if I mess up my lines, I do a clap, there's a big spike in the audio, so I know that's the cut. And then I know that I'm going to take that entire scene again. I'm going to redo that entire section. So when I go to editing, I look for those spikes and I just basically are able to delete those sections very quickly. I also know that if I mess up my lines, not to just carry on. I know to stop, take a break, so there's a little flat line, and then I start again. So now I know that that's where I need to pick up the audio from. So I make it easier on myself during the editing. Is there an easier process? Yes, you can outsource it to an editor. That's the easiest way to increase. The people who do daily uploads, the way they're able to do that is because they work with editors, with outside editors. Typically, they're overseas. So what happens is you upload your videos to a Dropbox. When you're done in the raw format, you give instructions to your editor that it's ready with some notes. You wake up in the morning and your video is magically done. You make some final adjustment and you upload. Okay. Those people who do daily, that's the only way it's going to work. But if you're not able to do that, make it easier on yourself when you film, when you talk to camera, when you know something is wrong. Don't just go carry on with it. Stop, take a breath, and then start it again. So it makes it easier on your editing. Did that help you? Not so sure. Okay. Right. I'm going to refresh. Hey, Magdalena Helen is still here and still answering questions like a beef. Are the mods still hanging out here? That's good. You guys always the best. Very Studios TV says, I have gotten over 400 subs in the last 3 months since starting. Is it a good idea to start using Google Ads to promote the channel and reach more people? From Jamaica. Congratulations. YouTube ads. Let's just talk about YouTube ads as a whole. There is a big misconception that you must absolutely not use YouTube ads because that is buying views. Okay, so I just want to address that first. Buying views essentially means that you go to some dodgy website and you pay a couple of dollars and they send you views to your video from bots. That is absolutely a terrible, terrible, terrible idea, and that will destroy your channel. And in fact, when YouTube picks up on that of artificially inflating your numbers, YouTube can actually take down your channel. Now, you might be thinking, oh, well, I'm still small, so what? It's not a big deal. Guess what happens? Some of these channels start out small, they get all these bots, then they actually decide to get into YouTube and actually do it correctly, and then they discover that YouTube then takes out their channel because they did something dodgy a year ago. Okay, all that hard work for nothing. So don't do it. Now, as far as using YouTube ads, that means you go into YouTube ad platform, you create an ad, you go flight your videos on other people's channels. Perfectly fine, nothing wrong with it. I will say that typically retention is terrible on those videos. You will get lots of views, but they're going to do nothing much for your channel itself. Unless you do them properly. And by properly, I mean a real strategy. Is it a search strategy, a discovery strategy? Where is it going to appear? How many times? And what's the aim of the campaign? Is it a funnel building? Just all of those questions need to be answered. It's not a simple next, finished, because that's just, you're just going to throw away money for no reason. So just be careful of doing that. Hopefully that helped you as well. Okay. Oh, sorry. Voice is going. Okay. One more sip and then I think we're going to be done. So if you haven't liked the stream so far, well, now's probably a good time to do that. So just click that thumbs up if you don't mind. And I'm just going to have a sip of coffee. Oh, because my voice is absolutely dying. All right, let me refresh, take a couple of more questions before we call it a day. Shadow Ninja, Nenja. How do I get my videos and channels suggested? You make good quality videos that people want to watch. Go and watch this training from the beginning. It tells you exactly how to do that. Literally tells you exactly how to do this. All right, let's pick up another question. Abu Bakr Sadiq says, what is the best way to add a disclaimer for self-development channel? What is our disclaimer must contain for safety of our copyright strikes because of used clips? Okay, if you're using somebody else's clips, somebody else's video, somebody else's audio, no amount of disclaimers are going to help you. It's a copyright, you'll get a strike, your channel will be taken out. There just simply isn't two ways about this. Unless you've got permission, unless you're using videos with material that is allowed to be used, then no way you should be using somebody else's stuff and no amount of words on the screen or in your description are going to get you out of the trouble. YouTube will find it because their systems are so smart that they will give you a copyright strikes and then they'll take you offline. In fact, you can actually get sued in some extreme cases as well. Do not use copyright material. No disclaimer in the world is going to help you. I promise you, if you did a movie, if you went to Disney and you basically screen grabbed all of their entire videos of something and you put it on your screen and you said, copyright disclaimer, Disney, go watch the original on the Disney Channel, that's not going to save you at all. So don't do that. Now, fair use has some play where you're taking commentary on a video, or where you're using somebody else's and you content and you are adding a voice to that and you're explaining what's going on. Very gray area. People just simply throw out fair use, and they think they're going to get away with it. Fair use is complicated. In fact, if you go to Tube Talk, which is the podcast, go look up where I speak about fair use. There is a couple of things that you've got to qualify for in order for it to be accepted as fair use. So don't just think that, hey, this is fair use, basically I can just do what I want. Certainly does not work that way. Okay. All right. Guys, I think I'm pretty done. So thank you for hanging out here. Appreciate you guys really being here. Our mods have been superb as always. That is just really awesome to do this. If you missed out anything, it will be available on the replay. I cannot tell you how important it is to go and listen to this again, because that is when you're going to get the information that you missed. Maybe you were chatting, maybe you were doing something else. Spamming the chat is, well, isn't going to get you that done, so don't do that either. Remember, we can't be everywhere at once, but we are carrying on these conversations on our Discord server. The link is in the description. We are carrying these conversations on Facebook. Link is in the description. Tube Talk is where a lot of this stuff goes down, where I really dive deeper and deeper into these topics, telling you what you can do to help yourself, help your channel, put money in your pocket, and actually understand how YouTube works. So for the betterment of yourself, your family, your situation, the business that you're in, all of that, we do dive deep into those topics. We're going to be doing the same thing next week. So if you got any more questions, come and hang out with us next week. You guys have been epics. Our mods have been epic. Okay. Carl196, thank you for being here. Magdalena, Helen, Tenebra Gaming, Leela was here. I hate leaving out my mods when they're here. Is any other mods here? Who are my other mods that are here? Yulan, thank you. I see that you were answering a lot of questions in there, so I appreciate you actually being epic and helping other people. We're watching. That's great. Thank you for being here. Dr. Sharif, no problem. Ryan's Gaming, thank you for hanging out here. Okay, Dark Hayes says bye. Well, on your way out, if you are leaving, then don't forget to smash the thumbs up button. Tech Bites with Amar, shout out. There is your shout out. Nurturing Healthy Mind, Tube Talk, yes, that's a podcast. So go to vidIQ.com/Tube Talk, and then all the information is available there. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys hanging out here. You guys rock. Always fun to do this. And yeah, as Rob Wilson says, keep safe and enjoy your video making day. Thanks for hanging out.